Welcome to Project Nerd's first ever I'm Not Famous. I'm Iggy. I'm not famous, and that's why the episode's called this. I'm joined by Dee Cay and Kerry for our first ever episode, which I've now mentioned twice because this is super...
It's the first.
First. Exactly. So I'm Not Famous. The goal is just a new host, talking stuff. We've actually been sitting here for an hour or so talking and have probably wasted all the good stuff. But I feel like we got some good categories we can still cover.
We kept it completely PG. It's okay.
No, it's never PG on Project Nerd set. So how are y'all doing today?
Fantastic.
Fantastic? That's good.
Yeah.
I prefer mantastic. But that's
Fantastic.
Cool.
I prefer femtastic.
Nice.
Get into
Already. Yes. Drama. And go.
Go.
And he's out.
Whatever. I can't even remember the Kaepernick meme to make fun of it. So anyways.
Sacrifice everything.
Yes. Sacrifice everything in the first episode. And you're dressed as Bulma from Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z. Not Dragon Ball Z.
No.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, see, this is why you're here, Kerry, because we already killed all the conversations.
See, I already have questions. First of all, understand, I know nothing. What's the difference between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z? Why do you clarify when you say it's Dragon Ball?
You're putting me on the spot like
Good
that.
question.
Well, Dragon Ball is when Goku's like a little boy, and it's like when he like gets all cool. It's more like,
so the whole premise is a little boy. Got that?
Yeah, he's like a little. There's a lot of nudity.
There is.
Gotcha.
There's oddly like a lot of children's nudity in Dragon Ball.
Right.
You see little Goku.
Prepubescent.
Prepubescent.
Thank you for correcting me.
And then Dragon Ball Z is like when he's like going Super Saiyan every other day, and he's fighting,
when they fight in the sky.
and he's doing a spirit bomb for like 12 episodes, just trying to gather energy and just yelling. And
there's like half-hour episodes of him just in the sky, just gathering energy.
That's my whole 13 year. Like at 13 years old, that's how it looked for me as well.
Yeah, I heard that
just
actually.
In the sky, gathering energy.
Just generating stuff to get to where I needed to be.
Just packing on mass.
Yes, exactly. Actually, now that you say it, my entire teenage years just packing on mass.
So these were Japanese writers, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So when did your character come in?
She's in Dragon Ball. She's in the original.
Okay.
She, you see her butt actually.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the episodes.
As we clarified, no asshole, just butt.
Just butt.
When
did we clarify that? We never clarified that for the episode.
Complete non sequitur, but that's okay.
No, okay. So let's transition it then. Why do you dress up as her?
Well, she's a pretty popular character, and I like her because she's kind of bossy.
Okay.
She's sassy. I don't know, and I had this freaking teal wig, so I was like, you know what, let's do it.
So it just worked.
Yes, it worked. And
the
I
new
had
boots
this.
are for Ciri from The Witcher.
But
with Henry Cavill.
Yes, not with Henry Cavill yet.
I'm saying because people.
Cavill or Cavill?
Cavill.
I say Cavill.
It's Cavill, right?
I like Cavill. Let's go with
Cavill sounds like
he's from Tennessee.
Pavel Datsuk or something, like Pavel.
What's wrong with Pavel Datsuk?
Nothing, but...
You go straight to the references here?
Because I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
So,
tell us about that. Were you from Detroit or from like
I was
burnt out
born
suburbs
in Detroit.
Like burnt out suburbs Detroit or
I
Detroit?
I was born in a rusted out car on Wasser Avenue in Detroit.
We say 8 Mile.
No, but I've been to 8 Mile.
You have?
Yeah.
My dad was born on 9 Mile.
That's fancier.
Yeah, actually, because each road is like 7 mile,
the mile road.
9 mile.
Yeah. There's no 1 mile road.
So you go a mile in either direction, you're good, but 8 Mile, that's the bad part.
Well, like 8 Mile, 7 Mile, kind of 6 Mile.
The problem is they also like stretch like across. Yeah. So you could be 8 Mile over here.
8 Mile on the west side is way nicer than 8 Mile.
So like East St. Louis, West St. Louis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Nelly, don't correct me. I was going to keep looking at the camera. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's Nelly.
Because Nelly, yeah, Cameron's name is Nelly.
Nelly, if you're watching.
Every day.
Right. Every day, Nelly is watching this.
He's a big fan. He wanted to sniff my butt too.
Did he? Okay. Now that it's brought up, though, we have to bring this up. Like, you brought it up, so are you comfortable talking about it?
Not people sniffing my butt.
Well, no,
I'm just kidding. No,
there was somebody who asked to do that.
Yeah, somebody asked.
I love how polite you are as a host. You're like, Before I ask you this question, is it okay if I objectify you? And
I didn't objectify her.
Someone else.
Fan online did. Is it okay if I reference your
Yes.
objectification?
Just the butt, no asshole.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we discussed it earlier, and you brought up Japanese game shows that have
Yes.
like 20 just the butts.
Yes. Well,
In
I
like
don't
a
know
wall?
what.
You said like a wall.
Yeah, there's
of
like
butts.
a wall of butts, and I'm not sure if some of them are fake and some of them are real because I've seen like a guy.
Welcome to I'm Not Famous.
This is why. And there was a guy like. I forget if he was blindfolded or not, but he was like sniffing the butts. And I was like, how is this sanitary, first of all? Like, how is he not going to have pink eye?
That's your first question is how is this sanitary?
How is this sanitary?
Not what 20 volunteers like decided to just put.
Well,
But there's some fake ones.
There's so many.
Okay, so
yeah,
what 15?
possibly.
What 12 to
I'm
15
not
volunteers?
Sure. They're like, hey, they go out on the street probably, and they're like, we'll give you 3,000 yen if you let someone possibly sniff.
We'll give you $5. That's
Yes.
Tori Weenill's photography and retouching. That's how he gets. He does street photography also, and he says it's easier to just shoot from the hip than to offer too many homeless people $5 to shoot with them because then you just run out of money. It's like, all right, so I guess that's what they do in Japan. Is they're like, you can get to the green room with the food if you moon our camera.
Yeah.
You guys
So you
sign.
say there's a lot of homeless butts on this Japanese game show.
They looked pretty pristine.
We're making the assumption that it's homeless ass.
Okay.
That it could be
I
anybody.
think it was like, it must have been like cast and crew or something, because you could see the people on the other side and they were like giggling. And it was like,
giggling as people sniff their ass.
But
Yeah.
what is the end result of this game?
I don't know, man. It was in Japanese and
So
they
you
were
didn't
just
finish it.
like,
You just like saw a bunch of butts.
well, I watched the whole
sniffing.
thing. I was like, what's the point?
like,
And then like, someone
Yeah,
might
How
have,
do you,
Pink eye.
but how do you win? Like, did you guess?
I think he had
you
to guess
which one
whose
is-
ass was whose. I think that's
So
what
you had
it
to
was.
have reference.
How
From what I
familiar are you
couldn't-
with these asses? Is it like your parents and your sister, or like what
God,
was it?
I really hope so.
Like, how do you know? Like, you're saying that's the director's ass. That's
Yeah.
Jeff. That's Jeff.
Or
Jeff
maybe-
Fluffers.
So now you said ass twice.
Maybe it was like male or female, and he was blindfolded, and he
Nice.
had to guess
Oh, which was
which
lady
was
ass
male.
and male
Yeah,
ass.
but I don't know because it was in Japanese. And
This is a really bizarre game show.
you know what? Someone find it, watch it, be entertained.
Comment on it, which
Yeah.
place it is.
Would you be an ass on the wall,
or would you sniff the asses
or
on
would
the
you
wall?
sniff?
I mean, how
That's
much
right.
are we talking about? So it goes back to your original question. The question is, how much would you pay to sniff somone's ass?
Or no, how much would you?
how
How
much
much,
would-
money would you take to let somebody
Yes.
sniff your
Or
ass?
the other way.
Because I'm not paying anybody to sniff their ass.
You are the ones that are making
Yeah.
the request to sniff it.
that's fair.
So how much would you pay versus how much would you let someone pay you to do that?
Like $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
You put that on camera.
She
so now
can't.
someone's going to.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just about to say. With her having the cosplay page and the Patreon and everything, you can't actually. We're gonna have to bleep out that amount because somebody's gonna message her as soon as this episode airs.
Oh no! We're going to make a sponsor out of it with currency conversion.
I have
We'll
the
convert it
picture.
from yen to U.S. dollar.
1,000
U.S. dollars. U.S. dollars.
USD.
No bitcoins.
Yeah,
How
no
much money would you take to let somebody sniff
I would
your ass?
never do it.
To let somebody sniff your
No,
ass?
absolutely not.
What if it was a really hot girl?
Never.
I don't
It
care.
was Cindy Crawford in her heyday.
No.
I don't care what they look like. $50. I'm
No,
good
it's
to
not.
go. Like, I need money.
Homeless
Like-
guy, he's like, this is my last 50.
Yeah,
Just
I
one
will
sniff.
bend over right here.
No.
Put your nose up in there. I don't care.
I don't want the whole transaction.
You know what
I don't
the-
want the whole process. Like, what we're talking about, like when you visualize the whole event, you're going to have to meet them at some point.
Yeah, but then
You
they
can
give
never
you
get that
money,
face- but you can never get
and
the
then you
face
go
out of it.
away.
We talked about the glory hole option, though.
No.
They just put the money through the hole. Then you put.
Then it's anonymous. Then I'm picturing what they look like.
Then you're
That's
guessing.
even worse.
Just picture someone really good looking. Picture Henry Cavill.
I can't because he ruined like everything that I enjoy.
No, he doesn't.
does.
ruin
What
it.
did he ruin?
He ruined Immortals.
Immortal.
First of
Yeah.
all, he didn't ruin Immortals. Immortals sucked in the first place.
He was in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
He was in it, and then he looks horrible as Superman.
he
I
doesn't.
thought
look,
he
he's
was
got the
fine as Superman.
He's got the
see.
look down.
Yeah, he looks
just-
like a Clark Kent.
But
He's
see,
being
that-
directed by a guy who directed 300 and things.
Right.
Since that was so successful, everything is
See,
300
now I'm going to
now.
get into my major complaint. I'm just going to go off for a rant. That's the way I do things. Why do we need every British actor being these amazing American superheroes.
Because you're
that
racist.
I don't know.
That it's not racist, it's stereotyping. It's a difference. But I'm saying, like, why can't we just have?
I love
like,
how you
Brandon
point at the
Roth?
camera. That's
I know,
not on you.
I'm on this
Like,
one.
that's not on.
I'm on all three. Like 1, like 2, like 3. No, but it's always that way. And then they end up getting like some sort of great acclaim because they put on an American accent.
Yeah, they do.
Right? But you never see it vice versa.
They do
or they
great
get made
American
fun of for being a horrible.
No, if you watch the movie Australia,
Well,
you had Hugh Jackman and
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. Thank
Who
you.
are both Australian.
Australians.
Yeah.
And one of them did the British accent.
Wait, I'm assuming it was Henry.
No, it's
or Hugh
Nicole. No, it's Nicole
Nicole.
Kidman because she's coming into Australia,
course.
and he's like the tour. He's like the
course.
backwoods tour guide.
Yeah.
That they fall in
And
love.
they fall in love.
And then they have like a complete ending. It's a really good movie, and then next thing you know, the movie's still going, and you're like, "What? I thought the movie like it had a perfect
Right.
music and all like sunset everything."
I really enjoy
and it
how
just
you
keeps
went from
going.
like an action conversation to, this rom-com Australia.
Welcome to Project
Hugh
Nerd.
Jackman
Welcome to
and
Project
Nicole
Nerd. First of
Kidman.
all,
Let me
Was
just pitch
amazing.
this movie. What year did it come out?
To Australia? I don't know.
Is
We
it
don't
like
have
a
the
90s
Google.
movie?
We don't have the Google. No, that's in the 2000s.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't understand why we can't have like an American play, an American.
See, I don't even know who's an American and who's a Brit these days
Exactly.
because everyone's like, I have to see an interview with someone to know what their real
Because the
accent
American
is.
actors are too busy crying about Donald Trump right now.
Oh, we're going political. already.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so before it makes it sound like, because I realized that statement made me sound like
Yeah.
I'm pro Donald
Yeah.
Trump here. They're too busy getting political, so the British actors are like,
But
screw it,
now
we'll
I'm
just be
thinking,
your superheroes.
who is a good American actor who could have done?
Robert Downey Jr. is a good American actor, and he's playing.
Well,
Robert Downey
he's
Jr.
already Iron Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
okay,
saying,
so
but he
like
is-
he can't be Superman and Iron Man. So
Oh, are we trying to recast
if we're
Superman?
casting
Yeah, recast,
an
that's a good
American
question.
Superman, who would he be?
I thought Brandon Roth wasn't bad.
Who's
And-
Brandon Roth?
Everybody.
Superman, is there Superman Returns? Is the one
Well, it's
with
the whole with Amy Adams, right?
Amy
She
Adams and
ruined it.
Kevin Spacey,
Yeah.
and she didn't
Oh.
ruined it.
No, the movie just wasn't that good. The problem is, one is half of Superman fans, movie fans, want it to be Christopher
I don't know how to be
Reeves.
skeptical on
Well,
this point, but just-
sorry to break it to you guys.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves is not going to be Superman.
Well,
again.
actually, the boy from Smallville, the
Right.
show,
Yeah.
he was a great-looking Superman.
Right.
I don't know if he's American or British or.
But if you look at
freaking-
Brandon Roth compared to him, they have the same look,
okay,
right? The strong, kind of like 6'2", like 240,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
comb overs.
Yeah,
Because apparently you can't
The
put
nice
any gel in
cloth.
your hair unless you're Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill or Cavill.
well, if you're
however
from
I'm saying
Kansas,
it.
you don't use hair
But you
gel.
need that little like
Yeah,
fish.
they don't
hook
even
little
have hair
curl.
gel. It's 2 weeks from everywhere.
I was saying, like that little like fish hook, like little thing they always do with
Yeah,
every
the little-
Superman is the worst.
So I get
Well,
it.
that was in the comic, wasn't
So
it?
I see what's happening here.
So-
To make his comment less racist,
I
he's
didn't say racist.
he's saying he wants from the Smallville actor, which we keep not saying his name.
I
the Smallville
don't remember
actor,
him. I'm
And-
so
and
sorry.
Brandon Routh. They have the all-American look, is what fits for
I'm saying
Superman.
they
Yeah,
have the same
and Henry
look as Henry
Cavill
Cavill
has
without
the-
the accent, right?
But he portrays a good American
How?
accent.
How?
Well, because
You listened to him
they
in
only
the
give him
movie.
4 lines
But like
in
you
a
said,
Superman
you've not
movie.
seen him in an interview right after that. You wouldn't even know.
I
He was
wouldn't
English,
even know. No,
right?
I wouldn't.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we then, oh my goodness, Christian Bale is like Scottish or Irish.
He's Welsh.
Right. I don't. Is that different?
Yes.
Is that like really different? But it's the same thing. Like, oh my goodness, listen to him talk in an interview versus his amazing Batman voice.
Yeah. Although Heath
So
Ledger was an American, so we
Heath
got.
Ledger is an American.
Oh shit! What
He's
is he?
Australian, isn't he?
Mhm. He's Australian.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Oh, did we just like blow your mind?
Wait a damn
Yes.
minute. Does he have an accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Well, I mean, not
never.
anymore. He's dead, but that's cool.
Well, I'm sorry.
Rest
Rest,
in
in peace.
Did you get something?
I'm gonna say he's so sad.
I have never seen an interview with him.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
So
Really?
I have no idea. I thought he was.
But did you ever watch
full-blown
10
American?
Things I Hate About
Yeah.
You?
His accent
His
came out a
accent's
little
strong
bit.
in
Yeah.
that, yeah. When he's singing, which is the worst.
Whoa,
You
that's
mean
a
the
super
best?
romantic scene.
He was serenading her.
Oh my goodness, this could be the rom-com show. Let's talk about it.
First of all,
Australia.
Tristan and
10
Isolde.
things I hate
all,
How
about
do you
you.
say like Tristan and Isolde?
He's old.
Isolde. And that's like a famous like Shakespeare play. Right?
Isolde.
Well, no, it's
It's old timey. It's got the E at the end.
William Shakespeare wrote Tristan and Isolde. Is what
you
you're
know the
saying.
Shakespeare guy,
Shakespeare.
Billy Shakespeare, I believe.
Willie is always Willie Shakespeare.
Billy.
Okay.
No, it's actually based on an old Celtic folklore
Okay.
about a woman named Deirdre and a man named Nisha, and she's promised to the king of Scotland, I think.
Okay.
And so, blah, 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 her and Nisha run off and get married, whatever, and then they get separated and they kill themselves. And so, Tristan and Isolde is the French iteration of that folklore.
Interesting.
So you're not familiar enough with this, but on the Nerdcast, I do frequently get made fun of because of my love of romantic comedies. When I used to be married and people would come over and look at our movie shelf, they'd be like, "Oh, you have so many musicals," and she'd be like, "They're his," and I'd be like, "Yeah, so."
I like Hairspray, whatever.
But let me ask you: do you think there's a difference between a musical and a romantic comedy?
Well, I have
Yeah.
plenty of romantic comedies also.
Of
I
course
own
there is.
Australia.
But see, that's what I say. Like those aren't rom-coms. Like musicals are amazing, but they're meant to like Broadway. They're portraying a play. I think they're just bringing it to the screen.
It's even
Everyone
less
has a-
realistic than a rom-com.
Exactly.
Even less realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not I enjoyed romantic comedies.
You put
Until, like,
you put
Jennifer
Matthew
Lopez in it.
McConaughey in any
That's what I'm
romantic
saying.
comedy.
Until you put Jennifer Lopez in it, then I stopped watching.
Well, I don't watch those
Matthew
ones.
McConaughey was in several rom-coms.
I know, and I own them all.
Yeah.
Like Failure to Launch,
Yeah.
Fool's Gold, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, yeah.
How to lose 10 viewers in this podcast.
How to lose,
right there.
we start with 0 views.
How to
This is
gain
the
10
first
guys
episode.
in 10 minutes.
Let them sniff your butt.
There you go.
Bring it back. And we brought it back.
And it's all full circle.
All full circle.
Back to
All
the
full
asshole.
circle.
No, I'm impressed though. But yeah, so going back, so what other costumes, or is that the right word? Would you prefer as costumes? What other costumes do you dress up as besides this?
Well, what other people do I dress up as?
Is that what it is? That,
Well, they're people.
What other
portrayed.
costumes do I dress up as? Sounds
Oh, sorry,
like I'm
yeah.
trying
What
to
other costumes do you
portray.
put on? Is that like a less aggressive way of asking
It's
that
the less aggressive.
You know what? I feel attacked right now.
Cutting the episode short. Cutting it short.
Well, I've done like Android 18, who is another Dragon Ball character. Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball Z or Dragon Ball? Or both?
Z.
Okay.
Was she in Dragon Ball?
I think she's just in
Off-camera
Z,
man?
right?
Off cameraman. We have someone researching and giving us notes as we go.
No,
This
visual
is fact
cues.
check.
Can we call him
Fake news?
Jif Google? Jif Google.
Google.
Jif Google. Get the
Jujul.
fluffer.
It's
Get the
Jujul.
fluffer. Get the fluffer. What's
We
the
have a
Dragon Ball
fluffer
Z?
working at Jujul right now.
Jujul. No, not Jujul. Not Jujul. Although for Jeff it works, but no.
But I've done like
we have no. Let's just call this a day. We have no listeners after this. This
and
is the first
scene.
And now getting back into it.
episode. Android.
okay, so
Android
back-
74.
Yes.
Android 69. No, Android 18, and she's also a Dragon Ball Z character. And then I've done like Ciri from The Witcher
Okay.
video game, the Silent Hill nurse from Silent Hill, obviously.
That kind of came back around too, because that's how we got to Henry Cavill.
Yes,
Was
The
The Witcher,
Witcher.
so-
Yeah, the boots. Yeah.
And you were at Colorado Springs Comic Con. You were dressed as
Mountain Lady
Mountain
from
Lady.
My Hero Academia, and then
the
Day
one
two.
I did not recognize when you were at our booth.
Yes.
And
Well,
just
I
walked
had
past.
hair in my face. I had a mask on. I looked very different. But yeah.
Clearly, because I just walked past and had no clue. I was, oh, was that you at our booth when you posted a picture of mine?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have known the difference, so
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate you explaining
You don't-
what each of these are meant to be.
You don't watch My Hero Academia?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. It's an anime. You can actually watch it on Netflix.
What's your favorite
I-
anime?
Probably, I don't know, man. It'd be an old one because I haven't watched a lot of new stuff.
Did you watch Scott Pilgrim? What do you play? That's kind of a big question.
It is.
That's like the answer.
It is.
Kind of a big question.
Because there's a lot of good ones. Like, oh man, I don't even know. Like, I like Evangelion. That's like a classic. Like,
So I've never been, it's oddly enough, because I'm into all the geeky stuff, and the people I hang out with love anime, and it's always like, you should watch anime. And I'm like, I seem like a person that would enjoy anime. And they always give me these ones, and I watch them, and I'm like, I just didn't really like it. But
well, if you don't like it, you don't have
I
to
know.
watch it.
Vampire Hunter D. Have you ever
Okay,
watched?
yeah.
I like
I
that
saw the
one.
movie, yeah.
Have you ever seen Vampire Hunter D?
I don't know any anime. As we were talking
Ghost
about
in the
camera, I
Shell?
didn't know what anime
Yeah,
was.
okay,
You know Ghost in the
yeah.
Shell?
No.
You've never
I
heard
know
of
they
Ghost
made
in
a
the
horrible movie out of it.
They did.
That's the one where they Scarlett Johansson.
yeah.
What did you think of that?
I watched it, and it seemed like it didn't have a purpose.
Right.
It was just kind of like...
So it was very anime, like. So it was very...
A little. But, like, I don't know. It just... They were like, oh, we're just going to kind of go here, and then we're going to do this plot, and then, oh, that's the end. And
But were you... so it seems like you were more into the writing, as we talk about, right? What did you think of Scarlett Johansson's performance? Did you like her?
She did fine. Role? And the creator of Ghost in the Shell was like, she's fine, whatever, because it's not really about an ethnicity, because that was the main drawback, but because the main character, Motoko, is a cyborg. So it's like... And I think originally, actually, Motoko was a man, and then they put his brain into a woman's body. And
of course.
He's like,
it makes sense.
Because if you read the manga, there's so many lesbian sex scenes.
There's once a minute ago, now they're taking male brains, putting the female cyborgs, right?
Well, this will not be an international video cast, that's for sure.
I apologize.
No, but for anime, there was the big complaint about whitewashing, casting her. Yeah. But a lot of anime, especially the women characters, are usually modeled after American women in more modern
how are you going to
animes.
get eyes like that take up half your face? Like, it's just not realistic. So you can't, like, no one in a human form is going to be able to perfectly portray an anime character.
Which, speaking of the eyes that big, was Battle Angel?
Alita?
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that a movie? Like, did that come out? Or
going to be a movie.
Did they just do trailers for 3 years before it came out, I guess?
Wait, how long have the trailers been out?
I feel like we've seen trailers since last year.
I just recently saw...
I could be wrong.
It was in like the last year.
The last, like, 3 years, or it's just one big blur.
Yeah. So. I don't like how they're just randomly, like, making her eyes all big and stuff. Like, we've had cyborgs with freaking Scarlett Johansson, and you didn't make her eyes huge, but Battle Angel Alita, you're going to kind of, like, weirdly morph this actress's face, so...
Do you think she just wore like a whole green screen?
Yeah, she's Charlie Day, Green Man. Like,
oh my God, yes, finally a reference that I understand. Have you watched the latest season of It's Always Sunny?
I have not.
It just came out, I think, recently, like this week, right? I am excited. I am a little upset that it was the final season.
I mean, that is...
I thought they renewed.
Sad.
I thought that they made this the last season.
No, they just did a trailer for the new season that's coming out.
We'll redo it. I thought they were renewed, but they chose not to because they wanted to end it.
What is it, like 11 seasons or something?
Well, as Charlie Day says, like FX doesn't know it's still running, so they just keep putting it out and keep getting paid. But I love that show. Like
it's like an Office Space. There was a paycheck error, and that's why he actually got laid off a long time ago. But there's a HR error where he keeps getting paid.
Well, they make it themselves anyway, and now they're all doing their... It's hard for me, and this is a big thing for me, like with TV. I get so attached to the character, especially for someone that does it for so long. Mm-hmm. So when I see them in something else, it's very hard for me. Like the first one was Charlie Day in Pacific Rim, the original, right?
But isn't he kind of comic relief in that?
Yeah, he's very...
He plays a similar role, right?
He's a little bit more PG.
And he's done that. He's done in Horrible Bosses and some other things.
Oh, yeah. I liked him in Horrible Bosses.
But then you see, like, Dennis, right? Dennis's character in the Mindy Project.
Oh,
and he's like all like sensitive, like metro, if that's the right word.
But
it's weird for me.
Well, I don't know. It was fine for me because I just kind of took him as like reformed Dennis.
Oh, so you're like, okay, this is Dennis like 10 years after the show ends.
Yeah, he's been through intensive therapy, electroshock. He's done it all.
Well, I think it depends on the character, really, because it goes to New Girl, like Justin Johnson, right?
Who?
Which one? What's his name?
From New Girl?
Yeah. Nick?
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson. There's like a million Johnsons.
Yeah.
Nick Miller.
Yeah.
Nick Miller. Okay. You said Nick Miller. Gotcha.
Yeah. So but him going to like a movie like Tag or whatever,
right.
I feel like his character has grown fine.
That's the
very first episode. Yes. Get a doorbell.
And a guest host is coming.
We have 2 signs out there that say, do not ring the doorbell. We're leaving this in, by the way. We're not editing this. This is the amateur. We're going to title this episode Amateur Hour at the Apollo.
What is this, Amateur Hour?
Amateur Hour at the Apollo.
We've already got kids and like Latin music in the background from the building over.
Yes.
So we're going to be fine.
So,
going back to Jake Johnson, also knows Nick Miller.
So anyways, him adapting to other roles, I've been able, like, it seems to work. Him and Tag.
They always kind of play like a goofy character. It's not like Nick Miller across from Angelina Jolie doing Doctors Without Borders.
Right.
Like, he's still like a guy who drinks and like has fun and
But
is like
more
goofy.
like the Schmidt character. Like seeing him transform into anything else because he's such a character.
Wasn't he in a movie?
He's been in a couple, but he was also he did a voice in a kids movie, even the Ice Age '74.
That I feel like I heard him.
Straight to Netflix. That's what it's come to. It's not straight to DVD anymore, or straight to VHS. As I'm older, it's now like straight to Netflix.
Yeah,
that's like the worst thing you can say now.
I feel like
if you go to Hulu, you should just stop.
Stop.
If you're
going straight to Hulu
or whatever it is, like if you're
they strike gold every once in a while.
Castle Rock.
Is that good?
Yes.
So explain. I've not watched any trailers. I've not watched. It's only like a couple episodes in, right?
Yeah.
Is it one
they
of those
come out
week
every
by
Wednesday?
week?
Yeah.
So what is the premise of Castle Rock? Besides that it's a city here in Colorado.
No. Well, it's in. It is a city here in Colorado. Fun fact.
Well played.
But no, it's actually it's based on like a bunch of Stephen King novels and novellas.
Yeah.
So it's not like a Stephen King story, but it's got pieces because it takes place at Shawshank Prison is where they find someone, and all this shit happens 27 years later, which is a reference to It, and it actually has Bill Skarsgård, who plays It in the movie It, in the show Castle Rock.
So now you brought that up. Best Skarsgård. You've got 4 to choose from. You just brought up Bill.
It's going to be very specific.
Yes.
Because it's going to be Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Clown.
Really?
Yes.
I like it.
I mean,
I went with the dad. I don't know his
dad.
name.
Yeah,
his dad is
Mr. Skarsgård
Mr.
Senior.
Mr.
Skarsgård Senior.
Because he's been in everything.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of
He's
stuff.
been in everything. Him as like a Viking, I forget what movie it is one
King
of
Arthur.
favorites. Is it King Arthur?
Well, he's not a Viking, but he's the.
He dresses up like with like a bunch of like pelts, and he has weird hair.
Yeah, he's the dad because it's the dad. He's teaching his son to lead like the charge against the Roman Empire that's on British rule, and that's where Arthur stays behind and fights with the.
Is it a rom-com?
No.
I'm surprised you know
well,
something about it.
They put Natalie Portman in it, right?
No, it's.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's when Keira Knightley was in the first Pirates. Like, put her in everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was in everything.
Oh, she's gonna be an archer.
Yeah.
She doesn't need training.
Yeah.
We'll just put her in like a little cage for a while and pull her out with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I saw that.
But I really thought you were gonna go with True Blood. Like I really saw you.
See, I never saw True Blood because, again, we didn't have cable when I was growing up.
That's like premium.
My parents were like,
it's like premium game.
That's like Skinamax, basically. So, but everyone was like,
what was the?
I was waiting to see if anybody would understand what that meant.
Okay, I thought you just got really excited.
I was thinking back in the day, like when we had to watch like blurry through the lines.
Oh,
like,
what is that?
I see it. And you really didn't, but you were
We
just
are
telling
learning a
yourself you
lot about Kerry today.
Yeah. This is the Kerry hour.
Wow.
Now we have the pig's blood, please.
Yeah, exactly. It's spelled differently. It's the male form. How dare you?
Oh, like
Cary Grant? No. It's
oh,
Cary
okay.
Grant. Sorry.
Shit. I know like
Cary
two
Grant's
Carries.
C-A-R-E-Y.
No,
right?
C-A-R-Y.
Oh, C-A-R-Y. Okay.
It's like Kerry Kittles, but nobody knows who Kerry Kittles is.
Who's Kerry Kittles?
It's a sports reference.
Sports.
It's the sports hour. No, but
ESPN 12.
But why not True Blood?
Show.
Like, why? So you didn't have premium, but now it's on every streaming site possible.
It's a bold move.
See, maybe I'll go back and watch it. I'm
Is
sorry.
True Blood? No, you still have to pay premium for HBO stuff, even on the other.
Yes,
Amazon,
yes.
I think Amazon.
But I mean, pretty much
if you're a world-class mooch like myself, you have relatives who have the HBO Hulu add-on.
Or if you just pay for Comcast, they're like, please, if you get cable, we'll give you HBO Go. We'll upgrade your internet to like 300 terabytes a second. Like,
now,
just pay for cable, please.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Who has cable
I do.
anymore?
Yeah.
It's
just
for the
because of the
rom-coms.
package. No, I don't. The cable box, if we were to turn it on, it usually tells you you've saved this much energy or whatever. Yeah. So if you turn it on anytime I do, it's been like you've saved like 4 months worth of energy because you have never turned this cable box on.
Wow.
But I tell them when I call to renew each year, I'm like, the price is going to go up, so either give me the best package you can or cancel it. And so they're like, well, we can give you like 5 channels with HBO Go and this much internet. And I'm like, I just want at least 250 megabytes a second and HBO. If that means I have to have cable in there too, whatever. I think you heard me make the last call last time because I put them on speakerphone and they're like, Yeah, it's like $50. And I was like, all right.
After you get transferred 5 times and you finally get the nice, polite lady on there, like, wait, just take our cable. You have internet. Just turn it on every once in a while.
Well, the trick is...
turn it on. We don't care if you use it. Just turn it on.
Let us know you're there.
Let us know you're there.
The trick is to say you're going to cancel. And then they send you to the nicest person that's like in the off, like you're here and they're in an office over from you. That's how close they want. I can come over and talk to you face to face to convince you not to cancel if that's what we need. If you say anything else, they're sending you like overseas and like, they're like, we'll hold for 30 minutes.
But what other service are you, like, I would be that person on the other end. Just like go ahead.
Yeah, mount a satellite dish on your rental. Because you live in Colorado, so we know you don't know.
I know you're right. You know you don't on DirecTV, you can't get a satellite. Or you want to go to like CenturyLink for us, right? The phone provider. Have fun. Or you want to stream anything? Have fun. I would be that person. Like that's why I'm not doing the job, right? I'm the polite, like, listen, I will give you anything. Just please stay with me.
You can sniff my butt.
Exactly. $1,000 plus cable, and you can sniff
plus
my butt.
cable. I'll give you the money. I'll pay you to have cable.
Yeah. It's a mail-in rebate. You get my underwear. You're good. It's a clean transaction. You don't see that person.
Clean.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how clean that transaction is.
You don't see them. I don't want to see faces.
It's still not a clean transaction.
Yeah. Nothing clean about it.
I think we didn't look because he didn't want us all to stare at that time. But I think we were given the signal for time already. The fluffer gave us the cue.
I straight up looked at him.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I was like, what?
We'll freeze that on the video and like zoom in on like the. All right.
Some ominous music.
Plug yourself real quick before we get out of here.
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, and it's all Dee Kay, but they're all spelled differently. So good luck. Oh, it's DeeCay sometimes, or it's Deekay sometimes.
Why?
Because I had the bright idea to change it to CAY because I was like, fuck it, let's do this. And then I couldn't change my like Twitter handle, so it's like DeeKay, but my Instagram and my Facebook are CAY.
You can't change your Twitter handle?
No, I'd have to like create a new account, I think.
Oh.
Well, like the @ like
because you can change the name, like the display name.
Yeah, the display name, I think it's CAY, but the handle is
People get
KAY.
confused.
It's very confusing. It's a miracle anyone even finds me.
Kerry, you have anything to plug?
Yeah, it should be like a PSA. Like, please don't email people and ask to sniff their butt. Like, I feel like that should be like can we get like the NBC logo? Like,
the more you know.
The more you know. Please, just go look at all the content, but don't be weird.
Or if you do, ask for PayPal first. Pay the money and then ask the
PayPal,
question.
no Venmo?
Yeah,
no,
PayPal.
Venmo, you get a personal email, right? Oh, I guess PayPal has the email too. I don't know. Now I'm just going to make it weird.
I'd rather have PayPal because Venmo, it's like, do they charge a fee? Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
All right, so that's all for our first episode of I'm Not Famous. Dee, you're always welcome back. Kerry, you're not.
I know.
But anyways, stay tuned. Next week on Project Nerd, we'll have a brand new episode of I'm Not Famous for you. Bye. I guess that's our close. Bye.
We got 30 more seconds of this.
30 more.
Keep it awkward. No, the credits are running, and we just got to act natural. Credits running.
Let's run the credits.
Fluffer.
So this is where we put the music on. We put the music on, and we're all like,
yes. We're going to fake
newsroom. We need newsroom music.
Just stack the music.
Now I need to pull out like some papers.
Yeah, stack the papers on the desk.
Who's our next?
Throw them. David Letterman. Throw in the cards.
The Human Torch was denied.
Camera 3 rolling. Ready and action.
I used to do the clap in front of the camera.
Man.
Is it 1, 2, 3?
Scene. And scene.
Action.
Yeah.
We're adding that to the end of the episode.
Yes.